we have a special European episode, both legs of our knockout rounds against Chelsea, and a little update on what we've been up to in the league. Welcome back. Episode 12 of the beautiful Atalanta project rebuild. It's just Atalanta portion of this year's Doleboy. You'll notice Chelsea's top scorer and assist maker is a certain Evans Owusu, so we want to nab him off them at some point. I just don't know if we've necessarily got the financial prowess to do so. What with everything going on with Chelsea in the real footballing world at the moment, I'm not going to dwell too much on all that madness. We're just going to crack on and just pretend it's not really happening. But after two legs, we have the home one first, so at least we'll be at some sort of advantage because Chelsea can't actually sell their away tickets. Oh, balls. Only the one league game between the two episodes. We played Bologna and we picked up a 1-0 win with Tommaso Guida getting the early goal for us. And we do have one more league game, which is going to be playing during the episode, which will be against Frosinone. Don't have the result of that yet, obviously. But to bookend the episode, we have Chelsea to start off at home, and then we're going to go away to Stamford Bridge, and hopefully see us in the next round. A little eyeball at the other ties. One thing I've just realised I didn't mention, and actually another thing that I realised I haven't done, so we'll do that first. If you could, like, subscribe, show your support on the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. And pop in the comments now, what do you think we're going to get on aggregate? I'm going for one loss. I really shouldn't, but I am. One thing I did that was really stupid at the end of last episode when I got Chelsea, I just left the game, so I actually had to do the draw again. Obviously, I was going to do it until I got Chelsea, because that was the whole point at the end of the episode. So hazard a guess at how many draws it took me to get Chelsea again. It was one solitary draw. So that means of the two draws that I did in this round, I picked up Chelsea both times. We have Berger in goal, Del Prato, Favasuli, Benson and Holmgren Pedersen. We then have Stevanovic playing just in front of the back four with Hugendorm and Lacombe supporting. Then Esposito is the most reserved of the front three, with Felipe and Carlisle either side. Our form is relatively strong, to be fair, at the moment. We're playing a quite aggressive formation, but I think I've got us unbalanced at the moment. If not, I definitely will make sure we are there. Their team is pretty goddamn strong. I got Harry Kane chilling on the left wing at 56 years of age. A highlight almost immediately. Fofana to Bastoni, sees the ball towards Owusu, Trincao, a man on the overlap for them. Oh, and Lacombe flies in there with a tackle. Sets Esposito free, and he doesn't do well to get away from that defender. He's out on the left side though, puts it back to Lacombe, into towards Carlisle, and it's headed out by Julio Cesar. There's a little bit of head tennis at the moment, and Owusu brings the ball under control. Immediately dispossessed. That's what we want to see. Don't give him any time to relax on the ball. Benson, out to Pedersen. Carlisle, Pedersen, our left back for the game. We have only one left-sided left back, I believe, at the moment. Our horrifically expensive left back is currently injured. He should be back hopefully for the second leg though. But Castillon has the ball on the left, puts it in towards Ilic, through to Owusu, Gavi, and then Trincao's into the area, and he makes it 1-0 for Chelsea inside 3 minutes. A free kick for Chelsea. Puts it towards Gavi, out towards Trincao on that right side. He puts the ball in against Wilcic and it's headed away. So we have chance to break now. Felipe, he's kind of ran away from the ball. He was in possession and decided to run away from it. Fofana and Bastoni at centre-back for Chelsea is it's pretty strong, isn't it? Lacombe, right, runs interception, puts it through to Carlisle just in front of him. He's getting into the area, and a pretty limp shot, and Ceballos makes the save. A highlight immediately. Lacombe puts it up towards Carlisle, nods it in towards Esposito, and out towards the right side. Esposito apparently has passed to himself. He's going to put the cross in, and it's has it gone in? No, surely not. Don't get me wrong, if that would have scored against me, I would have been livid. But how has that not gone in? Lacombe with the corner, puts it towards the near post, and Harry Kane heads it away. It didn't seem that any of our players were fancying that, annoyingly. Throw-in for ourselves on the left. Lacombe puts it towards Felipe at the back post. Oh, and his header's just over. We're looking all right, you know. We're coming into the game. Another highlight, immediately. Ilic on the left side. Our right back's disappeared by the looks of it, but he's got himself back into position now. Castillon, Kane, on a booking. Ilic towards to Gavi. Owusu with a man out on the right. Doesn't go for it, and his shot's just wide. I mean, if we have a look at those stats and that XG, we're the team that should be winning this. But they're the ones that have gone and stuck the ball in the net. Benson through to Lacombe. Out wide to Holmgren Pedersen. Puts it in towards Carlisle. Good ball lofted over towards Del Prato on that right. He's got a few strikes in the middle to get it onto, and it's nodded away. Hugendorn picks up that ball, gets it into Carlisle, feeds it through to Felipe. I've got a feeling he might be offside. What are you saying, ref? The defenders are appealing. Right. Check's coming through. He's bloody giving it. He's 1-1. Cheeky bit of 1-1. His 9th goal of the season. 4 minutes into the half. And he's got the tie on level terms at the moment. No away goals, so we don't need to be concerned too much about them scoring. Scoring's not a word, them scoring. But it's good to get us back where we should be, as we just covered in the stats. Throw-in on the left for Chelsea. Puts it short to Ilic. Towards Kane now on the left wing. Castellon. Right, Trincão's going to pick this. Oh, please, just give me a break. How has this happened? Lofted towards the back post. Trincão's running away from the ball, brings it down on his thigh from over his shoulder. As a shot, deflects off our own defender and puts it past the goalkeeper. What crushing disappointment. Chelsea with the ball once more. Pilado out on the left. He's been forced wide by Del Prato, but they've kept possession. Towards Trincão again, the danger man. Gavi, somehow we stopped Owusu scoring there. That's all we need. I think he was offside, but that's it. That's the turning thing. We'll whack some encouragement on us. 67th, 68th minute, we'll make some subs. Right, who've we got? We'll take Carlisle off. We'll bring in Esposito to be the striker, and we'll put Guida at the deep line forward. Along with that, we've either got our centre mid who's not performing as well, but he's less tired, or our centre mid that's actually performing all right, but has got no legs left. I'm going to take Lacombe off because, as we've covered in previous episodes, having a midfielder is more important than having one that's not performing very well, because there's not many of them left for me at the moment. And we've got one more, so we'll bring Pedersen out for Celia at the left-back position. The ball with the Chelsea defence. Fofana pushes it forward towards James out at right-back and into Trincão. Nice little short passes they're making. Percival's up top for him now, so I think they've taken Owusu off, which is good because he hasn't scored against us in the tie so far. Pilado out on the left. Castellon to Bastoni and Junior Cesar. I'm sure they've brought about 5 new players on. Pilado's been fed through. The goalie's had a stinker, and I think he was onside, to be quite honest. We'll see what the ref says. They're checking the review. Is this loud? He's gone. Big old X. Get out of here. Wanlu. Not interested. It's all gone. It just is. 2-1 loss at home. Not ideal. Unfortunately, the 4 legs that have already been played, 4 rounds, games, fixtures, whatever, all 4 of them have seen the home team progress, which isn't filling me with confidence. Going in with a slight tweak to the formation, with the 5 at the back. I'm thinking that's going to be more useful for us. We need to just make sure we don't concede. Long and short of it, we need to not concede, and we need to score some goals. That's pretty much football, to be honest, but it's quite true in this fixture. We have Palacios that can play 45 minutes. Do we give him the first 45 or the second? That's a question. But we're going in with, as I say, the 5 at the back. We've got wide centre-backs, centre-back, wing-backs, one of which are attacking, the other one support. 2 centre-mids, supporting striker behind the front 2. And then Esposito and Carlisle as our deep line forward and advance forward. So I think that formation should do us a good job. Chelsea lost their game in between.
To West Ham, 1-0. We drew our game against Frosinone with a 92nd minute equaliser or something daft from them. So neither of us had a good game in between. The ball's out with Chelsea on the left. It's thrown short to Bastoni and out to Schuler, who I believe is playing left back. Kane, Mount, and back to Kane. Ball's into Percival in the middle, and they've scored straight away. It took them 6 minutes. Corner for Chelsea. Mount towards Kane at the near post, and it's bounced off Celia at the far post, doing his job pretty well for us. I have pushed us up to positive in the hope that will give us some sort of a foothold in the game. Evidently, that is not the case. 36 minutes on the clock. We're going to make some drastic changes. We've gone back to our 4-3-3. Put Pavard out at right back. We've got Benson, Favasuli, and Celia still as the back four. Brought Stevanovic in at holding mid with Lacombe and Hugendorm supporting him in midfield. And we took off Palacios for that position because we know we can only do 45 minutes. And his first 36 as a team were not pretty good. And we brought in Guida for Holmgren Pedersen, who was our right back, to play the deep line forward alongside Esposito and Guida. So, yeah, go back to all reliable. Push us to positive as well as being in all reliable. And I think I'm going to berate them. Hopefully get some little green faces on when this highlight finishes. Odds on us scoring, and then my manager just bawling at them from the sideline. It's out onto the... For God's sake. Why? It's almost like they want to lose, but we've given away a penalty just before half-time. There's, 90 seconds left of the half. Kane, who we know's crap from the penalty spot, somehow manages to sneak it in. Good thing is, we've had some shots, both of which were on target. Chelsea with the ball out on their right side. Thrown to Trincao and then back into James. Mount's got the ball up through the middle. It's completely just took both of our centre-backs out of play with that ball to Percival, but unfortunately for them, he couldn't stick it over the goalie. 14 shots to our 2 now. Definitely them in control. Fofana puts it out towards James on the right side. It's similar plays, isn't it, really? Get it out to James, puts it up to Trincao. Nice little short plays. Get it into our area. And then they run away celebrating. That's pretty much it. Benson and Pavard. Berger's with it now. Right, so can we mirror their attack? No, we just smash it forward for no reason. Chelsea are back on. Salgado. Schuler on the left this time. Brilliant ball into Percival. And it's dead. Not that it wasn't already dead, but it's double dead now. We have a highlight from kickoff. Judging by how the rest of the game's gone, I can only assume this isn't going to be beneficial for us. But Carlisle has it on the left. Esposito's managed to get past his fullback. On the back post. It's a pretty tame header. Lacombe with a corner towards the near post. Benson, we scored. We bloody scored. It's not too late. Okay, it is. We have time for one sub, but we'll do it after this throw-in. Kane in towards Owusu, who still hasn't scored against us. Sumare, James, out towards Kane on the left side. Why have I said that? Because Owusu's clearly going to score in this passage of play. Oh, a fantastic save from Berger. James with a corner on the right side. Towards the near post, and we do manage to nod it away. What have we got? 23 minutes left to play to get 3 goals. It's not the most likely of things to happen. It seems that it's all done now. The only thing I will take, it was 8-3, I think, their shots against our 0-0. When we changed over to the 4-3-3, it's pretty much even since then. We've had the better kind of quality of shot as well. Obviously, the XG is just non-existent for us. We were just in the mud. We just were. We kind of knew we would be as soon as we picked up Chelsea, but you never know what could happen. Turns out it's Chelsea slapping us about. I wasn't far off with the 4-1 though, to be fair. Seen as though we are no longer chasing Europe, and we've crashed and burned out of the cup, we're going to come back with the games against Roma and Inter, who are, to be fair, a team that should be up here challenging for Europe in Roma, but just are not. And Inter, who are currently top of the league. So we'll come back for those two, see where that lines us up regarding our European battle, or chase. And then we'll come back the following episode for the final 1 or 2 of the season. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then do me the favour of liking, subscribing, show your support on the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. There's some items over here, so you can carry on watching as well. And thank you very much for your time.